you can insert your different Google files on your website. You'll come over to the right-hand menu and under Insert, choose Drive. You also can double-click on the page, left-click, and choose Drive from here. That'll just bring this option up over here to the right where you can search your drive, shared with me files, recent files that you've looked at. Sometimes that's the easiest way to find your file if you were just editing it before you came to enter it on your website. Starred files, or you can even search files straight from your computer. The other option you have, you'll see all your folders down here if you chose the My Drive option. The other option you have is that you can search your Google Drive. So if you know the title of your document or file that you want to embed on your website, you can put the title up here. You'll see your titles come up, then you want to click on it and choose Insert. You can also just double click and that automatically inserts it. So you'll see here that your document is inserted on your page with just this much space. I personally do not recommend inserting pages like this where you just have this much of the page showing, because I'll show you in a second what that does. I'm going to actually insert this a second time just so that when I go to publish it, I can show you the difference between doing it small like that versus making it full size. Sometimes you'll also, maybe you're linking to, you want to have quite a few files you want people to be able to see. You might want to just type the title of the document or the file and then link to it and not actually embed it. So you have to think about what the purpose is. But there are times where you might create a website page and the only thing on that page is like the course expectations or a letter you want parents to read. So just think about the different options that you have. So here again, this one I'm going to keep small to show you it just in this window what happens when we publish it. And then this one down here, I'm going to extend it. So I'm going to actually click on this dot down here, and it's hard to kind of see, but I'm actually, let me see if I can move that out a little bit. I'm actually increasing the height of this. So if I scroll up now, you can see I've made this box much larger. I'm going to continue increasing this size. And now you can see I've gotten to the bottom of my document because this is just a couple pages. And then it starts to stretch out a little bit. So I'm going to leave it right here. And I'm going to do one other and show you what a Google slide would look like. So I came over, I searched for this. I'm going to find this slide, and then I'm going to go ahead and insert it. And now with slides, you'll see you have a little bit of option. Sometimes I like to just embed my slides this size right here. But you also might want to, and I'm going to go ahead and do this down here. I just basically selected it and used the shortcuts Control-C and then Control-V to get to. And now I'm going to show you too how I can move this around by left-clicking and dragging it. So I can move it to a different location. I can select it. Actually, I'm going to move it back here real quick. I can select that file, and then I can also resize it. Notice how now I'm getting the black around the outside, because if I resize it just width-wise, then it's basically saying, okay, this is how large it's going to show up with all this black on the sides. So then I would come down to the bottom dot and left-click and drag down so that I can actually increase the size so that I can get rid of some of those black banners across the side. So now it's embedded a little bit bigger. So let me publish this page, and then let's actually go see what this looks like for a viewer. The other thing you need to make sure that you check is that you check it in incognito mode, because you're the owner of these files, so you're definitely going to see them. So I'm going to come up here to publish, click on that little drop down arrow, click View Published Site, and let's look at the difference between these. So as I scroll down, this document here was the one that I did not increase the size of it. So notice I only see part of the document here, and then as a viewer I have to scroll to see all of it. Then I'm going to scroll down to this section, and now notice here I'm scrolling just the website and I'm able to view that entire document. So if you have a page that's like 2-3 page document, then that is harder to make it that long. But if it's just a 1 page, you might want to extend it so it's full screen like this. Then let's scroll down to see what it looks like to look at the slides. So you can see this slide is smaller and this one is larger on my page. So again, don't make the mistake though of embedding a bunch of documents like this on your page. Have a purpose for why you're embedding it. If it's just a bunch of files you want them to be able to open, you might want to type the titles and then link to it. Viewers can hover over a file, and you'll see in the upper right hand corner this little arrow, box arrow. When they click on that, that will actually open the file full screen in a new tab. So play with those different options of embedding files on your website page.